A huge tsunami is coming to Mikey and JJ's ship. They try to sail as far away as possible in order not to sink their ship, but they accelerated very quickly and did not notice the iceberg, which was directly ahead. Unfortunately, they stumbled upon it and the ship got a hole. They couldn't do anything, and unfortunately the ship crashed, which caused it to go to the bottom and stay there for a long time. There is no way to save the ship.
Ugh! I still can't believe our ship sank. He hit this little iceberg and is now at the very bottom. Mikey, please come to your senses. We need to save ourselves now because the tsunami is coming.
I do not know what to do. The situation is really unusual. My head hurts so much because I hit the rocks during the shipwreck. You know we can't escape on this iceberg. What should we do? Do you have an idea?
Yep.
Mikey, we're going to build a raft. Therefore, now we are quickly collecting everything. After the crash, there are probably a lot of different boards and things floating in the sea that will be useful to us. We need to wait for Mikey now. I hope he didn't drown now and still got something valuable from the bottom.
JJ, I saw that a ship was lying at the bottom and huge barrels were floating next to it, which I was able to take with me. So now take them away as soon as possible. Surely you will be able to build a raft and we will escape from the tsunami. It's already too close.
Unfortunately, the tsunami is coming very fast and we need to hurry. I am very glad that you found all the necessary barrels that were on the ship. We need to pick up the rest and start building. The raft must be strong and reliable so that it does not break during the waves. Now, I'm trying to collect other resources from the boxes.
Oh!
You're doing pretty well, but be careful. The depth is great, and now it's best to finally use these barrels. We already need a raft to build it, and I hope that you will still make it. I see that you are doing well. We'll build a raft out of barrels and crates.
Now, I try not to be distracted by anything because a huge wave is coming. Mikey, sit and wait for me. I'm going to start building a raft now, but first, I need to look at the last box, and I think I'm very lucky because it's not empty and there are cobblestones inside. So now, I'm starting construction next to another box, which is stronger.
Woohoo!
Now, we need to use all the necessary boards and barrels that we have managed to collect during this time. I hope that we will be able to swim away from the huge tsunami that is coming our way. Mikey was very worried that he would not be able to get out, but I am sure that we will succeed. We have no other choice, so we build a raft from what we have. The raft is built.
I'm already here. I'm probably going to swim to the bottom of the ocean again for now. I'll see if there are other resources.
Mikey is doing a great job because only through joint efforts will we be able to survive in this situation. The tsunami is too close. We are doing everything in our power. So, in the meantime, I must definitely make a fishing rod for us to pull out resources, so I will use the workbench. To do this, I have a web from which you can make threads and sticks that we found. I'll use a fishing rod to pull up the boxes. So now I want to determine as quickly as possible which boxes are the best for me to cling to with a fishing rod. They are scattered all over the sea, and it is necessary to pull them up to yourself. I think I can do it. The most important thing is to try to get hooked. It's very important. Huh? It doesn't seem to be working very well. I really don't like it. The tsunami is coming, and we're just wasting our time. I hope Mikey has found something at the bottom of the ocean now, and I'll have to jump into the water for more boxes. The most important thing is not to drown. It is very important to me. How many boxes are floating around us after the shipwreck? I hope I can get them to me as soon as possible and get back on the raft. The tsunami is too close to me. It seems that we may not be able to sail away in time. Therefore, now we can only hope for luck. I will now try to make sure that all the necessary materials are collected, and then we will set sail. Now we have to wait for Mikey.
I have raised new resources from the bottom. You can't imagine how glad I am that I was finally able to surface because I thought I was going to suffocate. Now, all that remains is to expand our raft and fix the barrels, so it will be much more stable on the water and will not sink. Are you sure we can swim now?
Mikey, everything's going to be fine. I'm sure of it. The most important thing is not to be scared and do your job. You can see that the tsunami is coming, but we are working hard together to prevent everything that happens. So, now you've cleverly managed to make the raft wider, but that's not enough. We will definitely need plants.
It will be very cool if you plant trees here. The good thing is that we found additional boards and expanded the raft. Plants will not grow without ground, so now you will have to use it as much as possible and plant new seedlings everywhere so that the plant grows.
Mikey, this is not the main problem, because right now we definitely won't have enough of the plants that we have. Therefore, I will try to increase them somehow, but this will require a special tool. You need to make a hoe so that the ground is fertile and grows the best plants.
You've planned everything very cool, and it honestly surprises me. Then I won't distract you anymore. The most important thing is to be on time before the big wave comes here. And if we succeed, then everything will be very good. I'm already starting to worry a lot, but we can't do anything without plants. There will be a vegetable garden on our raft.
Yes, Mikey, and I seem to be doing pretty well because I've already practically done one bed. It's time to scatter as many plants as possible and try to increase their number. They will be very useful to us because soon we will go on a long journey and we will definitely not live without seeds. It's time to use a hoe to make the soil fertile. Oh,
It's very good, but I'm still fishing. Maybe I'll pull out some fish and we can cook it and then eat it. I hope that you have planted the plants very well now because I see that the tsunami is only getting closer and we don't really have much time left.
Uh-oh.
Now, two very dangerous and fast sharks have swum out of a huge wave and are heading towards Mikey and JJ. Now they need to escape in all possible ways and try to drive them away as far as possible. They still have no idea of the danger they are in because sharks have sharp teeth and can turn their raft over at any moment. The attack begins. The sharks are trying to jump over and grab Mikey and JJ with their teeth. Now you need to do everything possible to drive them away.
Mikey, our raft is being attacked by sharks. We need to try to destroy them in every possible way now, but I don't know how yet. Let's not panic ahead of time. I am sure that everything will work out. Just be careful. The most important thing is that the sharks do not grab you with their teeth. Otherwise, everything will be bad. What are you going to do?
You probably haven't noticed, but I've caught a lot of fish in all this time. The sharks love her madly, and now we can distract them as far as possible. Then they will have a delicious meal and will not want to attack us. You can see how well it's working out, and they won't bother us anymore. Sharks love fish very much.
Mikey is a great guy. I'm glad you came up with this.
Oh!
You and I are going to survive on this raft.
It's okay. We can handle it. Also, look, there's a huge wave going on. We need to improve our fruit so that it doesn't sink.
Uh-oh.
Most likely, it will be necessary to survive on this raft for a long time, but we will definitely cope so far. I have blocks with which I can expand our raft. I will do this now, and then I will probably harvest, because we also need to eat.
At the place where you expanded the fruit, I will put a bonfire near which we can bask and then fry something.
This is a very good idea. You're doing a great job. For now, I'll go and harvest the crops that have grown and plant new ones instead so that we always have food.
Yep!
Look, with the help of this fire, I can roast fish, which we will soon be able to eat.
Ho-ho!
It's just super. I like it. Now, I will continue to expand the raft on which we are currently located, but I will do this until it runs out of half the blocks. Then, I will have to cut down these trees in order to craft more blocks from them and make our raft much larger. While I was expanding, another tree grew, which is just wonderful, which means that we have even more wood to expand the rafter. It's time to cut down the trees. I'm hungry, so now I'm crafting bread for myself, and then I'm going to chop the tree further. Now, I'm chopping down more wood, and then I'll recycle it into ordinary boards and semi-blocks to complete our raft. So I finished chopping down the tree, and now I'm going to make half blocks out of it to continue building our raft. And now I'm thinking of expanding the raft a little more, and then starting to build something similar to a house so that we can sleep peacefully in it or defend ourselves from someone. At this point, I will slowly begin to expand it into the distance, and then I will make the very house that I was talking about.
Huh?
I have set preliminary boundaries. Now I will expand it along, and then I will begin, or rather, I will begin its full construction. I'm running out of wood.
Huh?
So now I need to cut down the rest of the tree and also plant new tree seedlings in place of the felled trees, then cut down the remaining foliage a little, and then proceed to the final construction of the house. We need to see if there is still a part of the tree in the chests. At the same time, there was iron there. It needs to be thrown into the fire so that it can cross, namely into the one where Mikey roasts fish. Now, I have a little more wood that should be enough to build a house. So now I will slowly start building a small house on our raft, which I think will help and save us in the future. I'm not going to build a very big house so that it's just enough for 2 people. And we'll see in the future, maybe I'll expand it, but it will definitely have a roof and a wall. I've almost finished building this little house on our raft. For the first time, it will be enough even to sleep in it or take shelter from the rain.
Huh?
I am very pleased with the result, namely that it turned out to be a pretty good house. The wave is carrying zombies in our direction.
Oh no! You're carrying them straight towards us. We need to save ourselves faster.
I've locked myself in my cabin for now and will most likely fight off these zombies from here. It's okay. In principle, I have an axe with which I can fight against zombies. Now I need to get out and start a battle with them.
Huh?
There are only 5 of them, so I have to deal with them. Given that I have an axe, now they will die quickly. It would be good if Mikey helped me, but he jumped into the water and is now somewhere.
Ho-ho!
As I said, I coped with these zombies, and it was pretty easy. They didn't even do anything to me. Now it's to find out where Mikey ran away to tell him that I defeated the zombies.
I hope there are no more of them here. And you defeated them because I was very scared, because they came here abruptly.
Huh?
The fish has just cooked. Now I will take it off and give you a part so that you can eat too.
Ho-ho!
I'm also watching the iron, and I see that it's almost melted down now. Right in a couple of seconds, I'll take out and give you the iron ingots.
Huh?
This is very cool, but we already have a huge wave, so let's take shovels, and we will need to try and paddle away from it to sail away a little, and it did not cover us.
Yep.
Yes, come on. You get up from one side, I from the other, and slowly start rowing this wave. I hope we will succeed.
Huh?
While you and I were sailing, we grew a tree. I think it needs to be cut down and our raft completed.
Uh-oh.
You're right. Now I'm going to take my wooden axe and chop down the part that I get to, well, in principle, which I can cut down.
Ho-ho!
Most of the tree has been cut down. There is still a little bit left. In fact, the stone axe is not so effective so far. I have iron ingots. I'm thinking of crafting myself an iron sword breastplate, and just the same, the iron axe itself to cut down the whole tree to the end.
Huh?
So I crafted. All I needed was a breastplate, a sword, and an axe. A breastplate and a sword I needed in case we were attacked here again and I had something to fight back with. But actually, an axe is needed in order to effectively chop wood.
Huh?
I collected most of the wood, but I simply can't reach the other one, so this will be enough. Then I recycled the wood in the board, and then with the help of a workbench, I made steps and semi-blocks. Now I'll tell you what it's all for. While Mikey is also building something there, we'll see later. I still want to finish the roof on the house that I built, and which, by the way, protected me from those very zombies who sailed here on a wave.
Huh?
And I'm doing what I'm doing to strengthen the roof, but most likely it doesn't look like a reinforcement anymore, but more like beauty, because it will really look beautiful from the outside. And Mikey is most likely making an observation tower on our raft so that we can observe where we are sailing. So, I've almost finished building the roof, only one side remains, but I also plan to put the half blocks that I have left on top of the roof, because this will create greater strength for it.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm going to use the remaining wood to make the last steps to put them up and finish building the roof, but then I'll still climb on it to deliver the half blocks. It is necessary to complete the construction and make the doors and put them in, because they are also the main component of the completion of the work and the complete readiness of the house.
Huh?
I see that Mikey has almost finished his construction, but it's okay. I have just a little bit left, and we will sail. It was not in vain that I climbed up to my roof, because I found a hole here, but it's okay. I fixed it, and very soon I will completely finish this house. So, I finished the construction. I hope we haven't forgotten anything and have secured the raft well enough to sail on it. After all, it's probably time to sail because these big waves will catch up with us. It's time to sail away from here.
After Little and JJ finished their fruit, they climbed onto an observation tower and swam away from the waves that were chasing them in search of an island. After all, these guys don't even know if they can find anything there. But good luck.
Woohoo!
I'm so glad we found land, it's just cool.
Woohoo!
Let's go take a look at it soon.
Ho-ho!
I am also very glad that we found land. Rather, let's go see what is basically there.
Rather ran, I see something interesting in the distance.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you're right. There is something there, namely a village of residents.
Woohoo!
It's very cool. We were lucky to find a village right away. I think we'll stay in it.
Ho-ho!
You're right, it's very good. I'm JJ, and today Mikey and I had an adventure on a raft, which we successfully completed. That's how our wonderful adventure ended.